Good morning. Greetings. Good morning. How are you? This is Maggie Chula, and I'm here today to talk to you about Project life skills. So let me just take a moment. My name is Maggie Chula, and I'm here as an expert for Times Institute. You'll find my classes over there, and I think I put a link at the beginning of this post. Today, I'm here to share with you some information about my Project Life classes. I'm very excited about them. They are the culmination of years of research on how to attain and maintain a healthy, vibrant life. It was a goal of mine from the beginning of my life, and I'm very happy to say, looking back on it, I did a pretty good job. But I learned many skills along the way, and I studied with some great teachers, and I'm here to share with you. I've placed a lot of this information in these classes that are now on the Times Institute platform. And so, good morning. I'm here in the beautiful valley of the St. Croix River in Hudson, Wisconsin. And I know that my life might be quite different from yours, but the skills and the classes that I'm teaching will work on a universal scale. They're designed that way. They go and help you connect to your feelings and emotions. They will help you understand the things that have happened in your life. Where are those hot buttons? Where is the place where the energy in your life is just gathered together and causes you pain or regret, causes you to go backwards in time and lose your energy? Where are those moments that you can gain energy and you can gain positive feelings to help you move forward when you're scared or lonely or you're trying something new, like doing Facebook Live? This is very different for me and for all of us who are working on it. Working live in front of no audience, and yet you have a lot of people there, it's a different kind of feeling. And so life skills apply to all kinds of things. But my focus as a spiritual minister and as a healer for the soul is to help people build, rebalance, and fulfill their soul's desire and purpose, which I think is to live a happy, healthy life in harmony with all the living beings here on planet Earth. I think that's very important and one of the number one things we're here to do. So my Project Life classes are designed to take you from a person who's got a goal, which can be you want to lose 20 pounds, or let's say you want to get into a smaller size, clothing size. Maybe you just want to be able to go to the doctor and have them say to you, "You look great. There's nothing I would do to help you heal that any further. You're completely whole and healthy." And I know that for some people that I talk to during the week, this seems like a dream, really. You would love to be able to have the doctors say to you, "Don't come back. I think you're doing just swell, just great." And I want to tell you that is possible. That actually happened to me last year. I didn't know it could, frankly. But I guess you know how they have those tables that say if you get to a certain age and you manage to get this far, then, you know, according to the statistics, you're going to go even further. And I've always been one to blow through statistics. They're just meaningless, really. What they mean is something that happened in the past, in the history. And I want to take you future. I want to take you to where you are right now and move you into a healthy future. So I've got classes out there right now. The first one's on the basics. It teaches you about the different phases of a project and starting to look at yourself as more than this life you have here. Starting to look at this life and realizing you are a project for your soul, a very important project. The reason you came here to life was to experience it. But it's also to achieve goals. It's to learn that through your free will, through your choices, you are creating your reality. And you can do and be anything. And I love the people who come on and tell me where you're from and tell me what are some of the experiences you're having, because I build my classes from that. I do. So we've identified 6 classes so far. And when I say we, it's just a natural reflection. I am a channel. I have worked very hard and studied and practiced to be a channel of light and love. And what this means is I go to the vibration of the source. I know what that feels like. I've had several near-death experiences, but I also just know that vibration of bliss. And you don't have to die or nearly die or have a life tsunami happen to know what bliss feels like. But if you have been challenged in your life and you've had to get over some of these challenges, then you know how happy you are when you wake up and you've made it and you've achieved that goal. You've been able to get through that illness or that bad marriage or the relationship, and you've been able to reclaim yourself and move forward. And I want to help you do it. Thank you for the likes and the loves, because this means a lot to me. These classes have helped me move through my life where I can walk without any difficulties, which to me was a huge thing, where I can go out and play in the sunshine and not burn and blister. So these are really important tools, and I'm sharing with you my heart here. The first one, like I said, is called Basics. The basic information that's out there right now, that's an evergreen class. They're all going to be recorded. That one tells you about the rhythms, about the all the different phases in life that we go through. And if you think of everything as a project. The second one is goals and visions in HD, because we need to go from the assumption, the knowing, that we are divine beings of light. We have within us the ability to create a different world. Everything that exists in the universe was first a thought, was first something someone thought. Einstein said, your imagination is more important than your mind. So my classes marry those things. We talk about your energy. We talk about your imagination, which I think is the most magnificent life skill you can develop. And we talk about some of the other skills, the skills like planning for success. That's the one that's going to be coming up on the 22nd of July. And I'm very excited about it. I hope if you join me on that class, when you join me, you've gone through the first couple though, because we're going to take a goal, a specific goal. And as I said, that can be your weight. That can be, maybe you want a healthy relationship with a spouse or a partner who's also a strong, healthy, spiritual individual. Maybe you want to see your children make it to kindergarten, or you have an illness that you're working on. I work with several people, many people that I work with come to me because they're either in the final stages of cancer and they don't know where else to go, or they have multiple sclerosis and they're feeling pain all over. I get people who have worked with doctors, who have worked with other healers, who have gone through hypnosis. They've done what they can, and they need something more. And I say that something more is that connection to your soul, that understanding about this life as a project. So I have worked as an energy healer. I am a Reiki master. I know how to build vibrational body patterns. Those are skills, life skills. I know how to read numbers. I love numerology. That's a skill. Learning how to look for your signs, learning how to look for the evidence that the universe is talking to you, that you do have angels, that you do have divine spirits here working with you. Those are all skills. But we take the assumption in these classes that you know you are a part of God, that you realize you are everlasting life, and you want to know more. Now that you've got that knowledge and understanding, how do you use that talent, that ability, and harness your mind, harness your energy, and create? Create. But it starts with your desire. It starts with your goal. It might start with the pain. I can't live with all the pain in my body. And that was me. That was me. I could not get out of bed by myself. I didn't dress myself, no showers, didn't feed my children. I couldn't do any of those things. I had gotten that sick. But like I've said, my blessing came when the doctors realized they could not help me without doing harm. They didn't know. They couldn't. And so I was sent home for tincture of time. Maybe some of you have had that. Maybe doctors have told you that. And it's scary. When the professionals say, I don't know how to help you. Here's what we see. Here's what we can diagnose. The pills we give you, I was allergic to them. I actually turned orange. It's not a good color for me. Look at me. I turned orange from the medicines they gave me. And I went back and I said, I don't think these are working. I'm scratching all the time. I don't feel good. I'm depressed. I'm not a depressed person. And my skin color is orange. So I had to go off of them. I had to go off of them. The other medicine they could give me was steroids. And wow, if you've ever been on a high dosage, long-term course of steroids, you don't even know how crazy you're getting because you're taking a medicine that's been blessed by the pharmaceutical company and you're putting it in your body and your body is not happy. My body became very angry, very miserable. I had energy, but was it the energy I'm talking about? Was it vitality flowing through me? No, it wasn't. It was rage. It was an intensity. So I had to find my way off of that. And I did. And you can too. Now, in the work that I do, I don't advocate you have to get off of all meds. I share with you ways that you can be supported should you choose to do this. Should you choose to readjust and go back to your natural state, find out what that is for you. I help support you. That's how I help you heal. From the soul level on down. And Project Life is designed to do that. So we have the basics. We have goals and visions in HD. That's out there already. The last one that we did on last Saturday, which was way my favorite, I think, it's called The Daily Journey. You cannot live through this life without having plans for your daily journey. You need support every day. Every day. You either need nourishment for your body, and let's hope you can find some that works with you. You're going to need energy to animate your body. If you have plans, you want action steps and goals. So we talk about those things. And as I've shared before, I have a free ebook and audio that's on my website right now, MaggieChula.com. And that shares with you what I do, what I still do, how I connect up to the source, my source, to the source of God. I connect up. How I put protection all around. How I state my intentions and I ask for help. And then I expect it. And there's much more that has to happen. There's a whole daily process. There's things to be done in the evening that we talk about in that class. All right. But the next class is Plan for Success. That's the one that's coming up. And planning for success is really a cruncher. That one helps you break things down. So let's say you want a whole, healthy, loving relationship with someone else. And perhaps you want that because right now you are getting out of, or you've realized you're in a relationship that's toxic for you. That is not helping you heal. It doesn't help you eat well. You don't feel supported. So we got to chunk it down then. You've got a great goal. Keep that goal. But let's chunk it down into manageable steps that your mind and your heart know you can do. If your mind is in alliance and you've given it the proper boundaries, you will succeed. I guarantee you will succeed. I'm finishing up a book right now. Right now, I'm actually taking it for a final review before I go to an editor. And this book will give you the manual. These classes are coming based on them, and they work. I guarantee it. If you follow all 6 of these classes and you can prove to me that you've done the exercises, it's not working for you, I will guarantee all your money back. And several of these classes are free, so I truly believe this. I know this is true. Now, we've just identified the 5th class, which is going to be, the 5th and 6th will be in August. The 5th one's going to be Review, Revise, Release. Because if you have projects, which we all do, I mean, we have multiple projects. You don't just have one. And if you don't happen to be a woman, you're a man, then you might need some help just on this ongoing multitasking. Because what they've shared with us, science and research and just life shares with us, is women are used to multitasking. You might be a mother, and you're a nurturer for your man. We have a lot of different roles that we play, and we play them concurrently, ongoing. These are all projects. Men, it takes a little bit more planning, and you do it more single-focused. And for you, these classes will work very well. I was a project leader working with a lot of men in a man's world, and I know that it helped the people on my team. So review and revise, that's very important, because as you go forward and you start to achieve some of your goals, you might find out, hey, I wanted that when I was 10, but here I am, 35, and I don't want this anymore. I don't even know why I wanted this, but I got to move forward from here. How do I revise it? Now, hopefully, when we start this, once you start it, you don't get that far on the wrong path. But I know when I was in my corporate life, I kept hearing in my head my grandmother's words to me, which are, no matter how far down the wrong path you are, turn back. And she said that over and over in my head, and I kept hearing it louder and louder, and I thought, I have a wonderful life. I have a very successful job that I love, that everything is new and different every day. How am I down the wrong path? But then I started to realize I'm down the wrong path because I want to help people. Companies are great. Corporations do have energy and entities. I don't want to work for a corporation unless you want to bring me in as a resource, an expert resource, fine. But I don't want to do that every day. I want to do what I'm doing, which is teach people how to heal. And I know I can do it because, look at me, I'm whole, I'm healthy. I was actually told by the doctors last year, you don't have to come see us unless you feel there's something wrong. And that's a huge step from being sent home to say, there's nothing we can do for you, get better, and then we will schedule your surgery. So But the last piece on the fifth class is going to be release. Now that's a big thing, and a lot of classes would be devoted just to that. So we'll go through some of this. I'm trying to get you to the systems, to the understanding of how all these different pieces fit together. And that's why I'm so excited for the sixth class, which is called Life Skill Hacks, the cheat sheet for Project Light. Now, if you've ever learned a system, an application, get something you download onto your smartphone, or if you're my husband, your computer, because he's never gonna use a smartphone. But some of you, I'm expecting, you're taking an online course, you're pretty savvy technically. Okay, so you know about applications, you know about systems, and you know that every good gamer looks for the hack. What's the hack? How do I do this in less time, with less effort? And so I'm here to do that for you. I'm here to show you how to do that. So that is the next piece, and the final piece in this series of 6. Now, along with that, I'm going to have to tell you, oops, I'm just going to make sure this is still, okay. My computer froze for a moment there. Isn't that funny? Talking about life hacks. They're going, no, you don't get to hack life. But you do. It's sort of funny. So the class that I'm here to help you understand right now is the next one, which has to do with plan for success. And planning for success really is learning about you as a soul, but it's also learning about how can you take what you know, your natural, normal skills that will help you achieve and implement your projects. So the real heart of any project is implementation, testing the processes, seeing if they work. Life Hack comes up and says, through what you've learned, what worked the best for you? What works the best for you? Was it your depression and you were able to mentally shift yourself over to look at something differently and see it in a way that gives you that aha moment? Or was it when your doctor said to you, your blood pressure is much better? And you could take that moment and go, I did that. I did that. I did that through these skills, through these processes, through these systems. I'm very excited about these classes, and I know I talk a lot about them because they are so important to me and to the health that I've been able to achieve. So, but remember this, a project can be anything that does not exist now. So it can be, I have a friend who's looking for a house right now. They have a house to sell, they're looking for a house to buy. You ever been in that position? I know I have. And she's using these skills. And she has also studied the Akashic vibration or the Akashic records with me, which has to do with how do you work with your soul language? How do you work with the beings of light? So you can imagine in my classes, I do talk about that. How can you take your plans and use that vibration and the understanding that you have divine guidance and wisdom here to help you? It just needs to know what's your choice. What's your choice? And one of the things that I wanted to make sure to get to you today is, if you are sitting there saying, I've already done that. I've already studied that. I've already helped myself. I know Reiki, and yet here I am again. I still have headaches, or I'm still in a life situation that isn't the one I want, or I'm just tired. All I want is that magic pill. Give yourself a chance to go look at my very free daily journey, because this is every day. I gotta tell you, I know I always expected that, wow, when I got through Crohn's and I was told that my whole internal system was well and healthy after having ulcers in my mouth, down my throat, everywhere you can imagine. And now this whole area is healthy. I thought, that's it. I've won the lottery. I know how to do this. Life is great. It is great. And I do know how to do this. But I still found myself having some times when I started to feel badly. I got the flu one year, and I thought, this is it. This is the beginning of the Crohn's, because I really think Crohn's is a virus. And I noticed I always got my flare-ups right about when I would get the flu. So you do have those moments. You do have those setbacks. Everybody does. And part of this class, part of this whole series of courses, anything that I teach, is to share with you, you can do it. You got to do it every day. So when you wake up in the morning, connect up to the source of all that is. You can do it right now. My life hack, I can take 3 deep breaths and I'm there because I have studied it. I have practiced it. My mind knows that. I've created that hack. 3 deep breaths. While I'm doing it, I'm connecting up to the source of my being. I'm saying hi to God. I'm creating this vibrational shield around me that anything that's sent to me, if you're thinking about bad things about me right now, do you know that's going into my vibration? It's being totally transmuted and it's being sent back to you as love. I'm just going to take that negative vibration and I'm going to transform it and let the love that really is inside all vibration be freed again. Be freed. That's what I do. I do it every day. And I have a hack that says, okay, Maggie, you're beginning to feel you're off. Take those 3 deep breaths. Now you'll learn that if you go to my website, MaggieChula.com. It's, I think it's called Embrace the Day. I don't know. You can find it. It's on the banner. When I get into my writing mode, I go through so many different things. I'm actually writing 2 manuals at once, but that's the way I do things better. I do things better when I've got multiple projects going on. If I only had one project, actually I tried that way because so many teachers tell you to, and I didn't get anything published. Now that I'm going back to doing two manuals and trying to get all of the audios together, I'm flying. I'm ripping through it. But I know about sequential planning. I know how to take all of these, see them as different projects. So these classes, these skills, I swear I know they will help you create a whole, well-balanced life, thriving with vitality, in sync with God and your soul's plan for your life. And if this feels good to you, please go over to the Experts platform, to the Om Times Institute, and try the classes for yourself. Now, there's one more thing I wanted to make sure to share with you. There's also soul healings there. I've had several requests for soul healings. I do them on a private basis, absolutely. But I wanted to give some out there to people, to whoever you are, whatever your financial situation. You can go find a free one. There's one on abundance, there's one on love, and there's one on health and well-being. They're all on the Expert platform, and they're free. If you feel so guided, it would be great to look through the other classes and pick one that has some money attached to it. Those are the ones that will really help cement this for you, because all things need an energy exchange. The things I share with you for free, the energy exchange there is I'm giving back. I'm giving back to God. I'm giving back to the angels. I'm sharing with them. Thank you so much for using me as a teacher, as a student. The ones that are out there that are for a price, a small price, that's to help me with my home. That's to help the people who have this platform, the beautiful people for Own Times Magazine, Hearts for Humanity, to keep all of that going, to keep that all going so this goodness can get out wherever in the world it needs to be. And we're using the internet the way it was meant to be, to expand human consciousness. So I hope you will go and look at it. And whether you do or not, I want you to know I send you joy, hope, happiness for a loving life. Namaste. Talk to you next week. Bye-bye.